Okay, last time we left off with our cat being able, or whatever you chose for your character, being able to just, walk around and jump and stuff. But that wouldn't really make for a fun game. So what we're going to do now is design levels and other cool stuff. Alright, let's get started. So last time you were about here on your coding. If you want to freshen up, I will just zoom in and go slowly down the line. So make sure you have all of this. Alright. So again, like I said before, this is a little boring because all you do is walk around. So what we're going to do is we're going to add different levels and maybe a little storyline. So first you want to think of the theme that your game is going to be. So spend a few minutes brainstorming on what the theme of your game will be. For this version, I'm going to do Ancient Egypt as my theme. So, what you're going to do now is you're going to draw your first level. So you're going to go into backdrops. Oh, and make sure this stop button is clicked. So if you need, you can pause the video and do some brainstorming on what you're going to do. But once you're done with that, then you can play again. And we'll start now. So, I'm going to do Ancient Egypt as mine. You can do whatever you feel like. So, the first level of mine, I want to be pretty easy. So, maybe what I'm going to do, the first thing you want to do is just draw a new one. You don't necessarily have to delete this one yet. So, do this, paint a new backdrop. Alright, and now what you're going to do is you're going to, first of all, draw your ground. Make sure you're using whatever color you used before. So in my case, I'll be using black. And then you're going to go to the line tool. You're going to take, and you're just going to draw a line across the bottom of where you want your ground to come up to. You can have it be short, farther down, farther up, whatever you want. Just, so. Oh, and also we need to think of a starting place for our character. Like, let's say you want him to start all the way up here every single time. Or maybe you always want him to start sitting on the ground in this corner. But there needs to be one starting point for the whole thing. So let's say I want my character starting point to be right there. So you're going to drag your character and put it right there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to grab this, go into the light blue motion category, and you're going to grab a go to block. And once you set your cat down, it should automatically put the cat's coordinates in here. So again, move your cat down to the floor, and then take this block, go to, and put it right in the ones right after the set ones. So then let's say your cat was way over here, then you'd press start, and they'd go back to the beginning. Alright, so we're going to go back to the stage. So if I'm doing Ancient Egypt, I'll think about things that Ancient Egypt will have. Well, in my head, Ancient Egypt would probably have sand as the ground. So I'm going to find a color that looks like sand. I think that looks pretty close. Now, I'm also going to draw maybe a sun or a blue sky. So, let's say, oh, and make sure your first level is a little bit simple. It's very easy. because this will be the level where that people will just be starting out. So once you finish drawing the level, I'd say try your best on that and go slow to make it neat and just make it look really good. And now, you also want to think one color for your ending. I'm just going to do green, because that seems like a very simple color to remember. You can do whatever color, just make sure that color is consistent. Like if I'm going to choose green now, I'm going to do green for every single level. Alright. So, yeah, pick your color. And I'm going to draw a circle, a green circle for now. So I'm going to click on this circle tool, and I'm just going to draw a circle, and that will be my finishing spot. Alright, you can leave that, and what I suggest doing is having a short bio on what to do, like go to the green dot, or let's say you have a red square, then go to the red square. Alright. Perfect. So, let's say that's our first level. Now, if we press play though, oh, by the way, the words aren't mine. If something doesn't show up, just switch to the next sprite so it has time to load in. So, if we press the start button, we move around and we go through the green dot, but wait, nothing's happening. What? So, what we're going to do for that is we need to code when it touches the green circle, then it'll do this. Alright, so what we want to do is we actually want to make a new event. Or we want to go into events, and we want to grab this when start clicked. So then we're going to go into control and do, grab a forever loop. So whatever's in here will happen forever and not just right away when the green flag is clicked. And then also we're going to grab an if block. So on the if block, we're going to go into sensing and we're going to grab this touching color block. Bring that right into the little hole. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on that color to get a little eye driver. And then we're going to click on the color of our finish. In my case, it would be green. Alright, then we want to go back into events. And we want to grab a broadcast message block. That right there. So right now it says when start clicked, if it's touching green, then it'll broadcast whatever message is here. The default message is message 1, but we want to make a new message. So to do that, we're going to click that little arrow and do new message. And we're going to call it next level. Alright. So now we're going to go into the stage. Click here. And stay on scripts. So what we want to do, we'll move our cat over a little bit, is we want to do when start clicked and grab a forever loop as well, forever, and we want to go into, sorry, oh yeah, oh my gosh, okay, so when start clicked, but we do not want a forever loop, and we also want to take this when I receive. So, then we're going to go into the purple looks category and grab this switch backtrack tool. So we're going to put that right under the when start clicked. The reason we're doing this is because we always want it to start at level 1. But then, for when I receive next level, we're going to do next backdrop. Alright, and now if we play, can move around, and then if you go to the green dot, you go to the next backdrop, or the next level. But this is not the next level, because since I only have 2 backdrops, it'll just be switching between these 2. So now we're going to draw our second. Oh, but again, if you press this and you do it, you go to right where you left off. We want to make it so when it receives the next level, then it'll go back to the beginning. So we're going to go into the cat, and we're going to go events, and we're going to do when I receive next level, and we want to do motion, and then we're going to just copy what this is. So we're going to grab a go to, and in this one, I have negative 190 and negative 83. So, negative 190 and negative 83. So then if we start it, you go to the green dot, and then it'll bring you back to the beginning over here. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're just going to make a bunch of levels. So we're going to go into here, and basically all the coding for the cat is pretty much done. Now all we have to do is draw more levels. So you pretty much want to have your ground in the same spot every time. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm just going to duplicate this. And then let's say I didn't want any of this. Well, then I just paint over it with the same blue, or draw a blue triangle over it. But that way, I'd still have the same ground. You can do that. You don't have to do that, but I suggest doing it. So that way you know where your ground is. Because we do want it to be the same every time. Alright. And then also, keep a blank one always. So you don't have to keep drawing circles over it. So I'm actually going to duplicate this again. And then I'm just going to draw on this one right here. And then I'll always have this one, so I can always duplicate that one, duplicate, duplicate, and so on. Alright, for my second one, let's say I want to have more of a challenge. Let's say I want, or let's say when you press red, I'm actually gonna, I don't want just clear, I'm gonna keep the sun in mind. Again, do whatever you want. I like the sun, so I'm gonna have the sun in every one of mine. Alright. So, so I'm going to duplicate that. Let's say in this one we want more of a challenge. So let's say there's an obstacle, and when you touch that obstacle, you have to go back to the beginning. For our obstacle, it's going to be a certain color. My color is going to be red. When you touch the red, you have to go back to the beginning. So let's say I want a red box right here, and then I'll draw my green circle. Oh, and make sure if you are using green, or for any color really, make sure you're using the same green. A good way to make sure you're using the same, click on this little eyedropper, click on your finish tool, then go to your next level, and then just click on the circle or whatever it is. Alright, so I'm going to draw my green circle in. Put it right there. And okay, but red will not do anything right now. So what we want to do is we want to code red, so when you touch it, you go back to the beginning. Alright, to do that, we're going to go into the cat. And you know what? We're just going to add on to this forever loop. So we'll go down to the bottom, and we're going to grab an if block, if, and we'll put it after that, change y by 1. And we're going to do if, touching color. We're going to click on that eyedropper, and we're going to click on whatever color your obstacle is. Mine, in this case, is red. So if touching color red, we want it to go back to the beginning. So we're going to go into the motion category, and we're going to grab this go to block. We should be able to just drag it out if our cat is in the same spot. Maybe do some tweaks to make sure it's right. So let's try that. So go to the green dot, you'll do that. Oh, and now you're at this level. Then if you touch red, you get sent back to the beginning. Yeah. Oh, and make sure your levels are beatable. You're going to want to test each level to make sure it is possible. So, for this one, maybe I'll do a short bio on why you can't touch red. Like, watch out for red. Or something like that. Alright, But let's say you want to have a tunnel sort of thing in your next one. But this is way too big to go through the tunnel you want. Well, then you can shrink it. How you do that is you're going to go up here and you're going to grab this shrink tool. So you're going to click on that, go down to the cat, and you're just going to click on the cat a bunch of times, or whatever you have as your player. So let's say I want that size. And now, let's say I want a more sophisticated level. So let's say I want it to be a pyramid. Oopsies. I forgot, I need to click on the line tool. Alright. Let's say I want it to be a pyramid. So I'll draw my pyramid. And let's say I want there to be a maze where you have to get through the pyramid to advance to the next level. Well, to do that, I can just do maybe this. Or make sure your cat or whatever you're using can always fit through the holes or whatever. Like the tunnels or whatever you're using. Alright. Let's say that's what I want. Grab this paint bucket here. I'll fill it in with maybe a yellow color. And then I'll maybe take a paintbrush and erase oopsies, wrong color. There, the line. So yeah, you can just play around with that and just make a bunch of levels. So let's say that I was all done. So let's say that I was all done making this. I got everything I want, and I'm just all done with the levels. I don't want to do anymore. And my game is done and really cool. Well, then you want to make a you win page. So let's say this would be the last and hardest level of my game. Okay, let me just finish my pyramid. Oh, and if you don't want to watch me making this, just skip to just skip through the video. I don't know when to, but just you can skip through it. Alright. So let's say, yeah, I'm done. Maybe I'll draw my... Oh, wait, I need a green circle. Don't forget, on what is going to be your last level, you still need a green circle. Or whatever color you chose. So yeah, that's my level. Let me test it to make sure the cat can go through. Nope, it's too small. The cat is too small to get through, so it's glitching. So I'll just, yep, too small. So let's say I want to make either my cat smaller or the path smaller. Well, once you tweak your game and tweak all your levels, then, let me just get my green dot here. Then you can add a you win page. So what you're going to do is, again, you are going to make another backdrop. Oopsies. Here, I'm just going to stop the program so my cat doesn't keep falling and annoying me. Alright, then I'm going to go into here, and what you are going to do is, maybe you can still have it tie in with your ending, but you're just going to write in big words, you win. So, you win. You win. Alright, but that's a little small, so we can actually click on this growing tool. And then we may have to zoom in. And then we can just click on here. So just make a big you win page. You can decorate it however you want. Maybe if you had a castle theme, you can have a castle in the background. I don't know. So you're just going to do that. Make your you win page. Hopefully you'll have it say you win, so they know that they won. Alright. Once you've done that, so then what you're going to do is you are going to look at this. Right here, you'll notice it has a number. So you see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is 5. And then what you want to do is you want to go into the scripts for the backdrops, and you want to do 1 star clicked, or you know what, you can just build off of this one. And you're going to grab a forever loop, put it right under there, and you're going to do if, and then we're going to go into operators, and we're going to grab this equals right here. So put that into the if there. And then you want to go into the looks section. You want to do backdrop number. Put that into the first word. And you're going to do 5. So if the backdrop is 5, or the backdrop number is 5, or whatever yours was, let's say that was the 10th backdrop, then you're going to write 10 in there, but whatever it was, then you're going to do events, and you want to broadcast game over. Game over. And you just want to do okay. And then you're going to go into control, and you're going to grab a stop all. You're going to put that right after the broadcast. And it may be on any of these, but make sure you put it on stop all. Alright. Then we're going to go into the cat, and we don't want this cat just being wherever on here. We want him to disappear. So we're going to do events and do when I receive. We're going to do when I receive game over. So when I receive game over, and we are going to do looks, and we are going to grab a hide block. And then to make sure when we press start that it doesn't hide automatically. For some reason it's not wanting to click in there. Here, let me retry that. There we go. So you'll put that in there. When I receive game over, then we want it to hide. But also, we're going to go to the top of this, and we want to go 1 star click, and we're going to do show. Put that right in there. So then, when start is clicked, it'll show itself. So let's say I just want to go through and refine some of my levels, you know, do that. Maybe make these lines a little bit thicker, I don't know. Do anything you want, just make sure you're completely done with everything. And then you can play your finished product. This may take a while and maybe a few classes, because you want to have a lot of levels. You don't want it to just be, okay, you complete 3 levels and you win. I know that's what mine was, but just so you could get on with it and do it. So again, make sure your character is the right size, that it can fit through everything you want it to. And then let's just play the game. By clicking over here, you can put it in full screen, and then we're just going to press the start button, and we can move our character around, and we're going to do go to the green dot. Watch out for red, huh? Oh no, I touched red. Let's go through the pyramid. And now it says you win. Perfect. So that is a little tutorial on how to finish up your games. So again, don't just jump right into this. First, you want to watch my gravity tutorial. There will be a link to that in the description. Unless you're looking at it on the website, then there will still be a link in the description. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy doing this. Oh, and also, when it'll say saved. You have to go up here and press save now, or maybe it already auto-saved and it'll say saved. But just make sure if it doesn't say save, press save now, or else it won't save your work. And then what you're going to do from there is you're going to click on share. Once you've made sure it's completely done, you're going to click on share. Oh, wait, we didn't name it. We don't want it to be called Untitled 28. So let's say I want to call it Egypt game or something, or Pyramid Quest. I'd name it, so I'm just gonna call it My Game. You can come up with a cool name for what yours is that ties in. I'm just gonna do My Game. Hopefully you won't do My Game, because that's not really as cool as making your own. So now what you are going to do is, so once you share it, you are going to click on this embed, and you are going to Command C or copy it. You're going to highlight it and copy the whole thing. And then you are going to do whatever Mr. Henningkamp tells you to do with it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you!